In the small town of Blackburn, life has always moved at a gentle pace. Narrow streets, modest homes, and long winters shape the rhythm of everyday life. It was here, on April 1st, 1961, that Susan Boyle was born, the youngest of 10 children in a hard-working Catholic family. Her parents, Bridget and Patrick, raised their children with strong values and quiet determination. Susan's early years were not easy. She struggled in school and often felt different from the other children around her. Learning came more slowly, and fitting in socially proved difficult. Yet even in those early days, there was something remarkable about her. Music became her comfort and her escape. While the world outside sometimes felt confusing or unkind, singing gave her a place where she could express herself freely. Long before anyone else noticed, her voice was already becoming something special. Childhood challenges and the power of music growing up. Susan often faced teasing and misunderstanding from classmates who did not fully understand her differences. School could feel isolating, and many days were difficult. But whenever she sang, everything seemed to change. Music gave her confidence when nothing else did. She sang in church choirs, local gatherings, and sometimes simply to herself at home. Her voice carried a warmth and sincerity that people quietly noticed. At the center of her encouragement was her mother, Bridget, who believed deeply in her daughter's ability. Bridget often reminded Susan that her voice was a gift worth sharing. With that belief behind her, Susan began performing at small local events and community competitions. These performances were modest, often in church halls or small stages, but they allowed her to hold on to a dream. Even when applause was small or opportunities limited, singing remained the one place where she felt truly understood. Dreams that seemed out of reach. As Susan entered adulthood, she continued to nurture her dream of becoming a singer, though the path forward never seemed clear. She tried auditioning for music programs and small talent competitions, hoping someone might recognize her ability. In 1999, she even recorded a modest demo tape to submit to a Scottish charity talent event. Unfortunately, opportunities rarely came her way. The music industry often favors youth, image, and polish, and Susan did not fit those expectations. Each attempt ended quietly, with polite rejections or simple silence. Still, she never completely gave up. Life at home also demanded attention. After her father passed away in 1997, Susan devoted much of her time to caring for her mother. Years passed this way, filled with responsibilities and quiet routines. To the outside world, it may have looked like an ordinary life, but inside Susan, the dream of singing for a wider audience never completely faded. A promise that changed everything. When Susan's mother passed away in 2007 at the age of 91, Susan found herself living alone for the first time. The loss was deeply felt, but it also left her reflecting on the promise she had once made, to keep trying to pursue her music. 2 years later, she heard about auditions for Britain's Got Talent in Glasgow. At first she hesitated. She had faced rejection before and knew how difficult auditions could be. Yet the memory of her mother's encouragement stayed with her. Eventually, she decided to take the chance. Traveling alone to the audition, she carried both excitement and uncertainty. Backstage, she stood among younger contestants who seemed confident and polished. Susan, dressed simply but proudly, waited quietly for her turn. She may not have realized it at that moment, but the decision to step onto that stage would soon transform her life forever. The audition that captured the world. When Susan walked onto the stage of Britain's Got Talent in 2009, many people in the audience were unsure what to expect. Talent shows often rely on first impressions, and the crowd reacted with curiosity and a few doubtful smiles. The judges, Simon Cowell, Amanda Holden, and Piers Morgan, asked a few questions before the performance began. Susan calmly explained that she hoped to become a professional singer like Elaine Paige. When the music for I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables started, the room changed almost instantly. Her voice was powerful, clear, and deeply emotional. Within seconds, the audience realized they were witnessing something extraordinary. Applause grew louder as the song continued, and by the final note, the entire theater was on its feet. A viral moment that made history. Soon after the audition aired, the clip was uploaded online and quickly spread across the internet. Within days, millions of viewers around the world had watched it. People were moved not only by Susan's voice, but by the powerful reminder that talent can appear where it is least expected. The video eventually reached more than 100 million views in just 9 days, an extraordinary achievement at the time. News programs, talk shows, and newspapers everywhere began discussing the story of the woman from a small Scottish town whose voice had captured global attention. For Susan, the sudden fame felt overwhelming. Just weeks earlier, she had been living quietly in Blackburn. Now reporters and television crews wanted interviews, and music producers were eager to meet her. The world had discovered her talent almost overnight. It was an exciting moment, but also the beginning of a very different life. Navigating sudden fame and attention. The rapid rise to global recognition brought incredible opportunities, but it also required adjustment. Susan found herself traveling frequently, meeting industry professionals, and appearing on major television programs. For someone who had spent most of her life in one small community, the pace could feel intense. During the final round of Britain's Got Talent, Susan finished in second place behind the dance group Diversity. Although she did not win the competition, public support for her remained strong. After the show, she took time to rest and regain balance following the busy months. During this period, she also received a diagnosis that helped explain many of the challenges she had experienced earlier in life: Asperger's syndrome. For Susan, understanding this part of herself brought clarity and relief, allowing her to move forward with greater confidence. The record-breaking debut album later in 2009, Susan released her first album, I Dreamed a Dream. Expectations were high, but the results exceeded nearly every prediction. The album quickly became one of the fastest-selling debut records in the United Kingdom and topped the charts in multiple countries. In the United States, it reached number 1 on the Billboard 200. Listeners around the world connected with the sincerity in her voice and the emotional honesty of her songs. What made the success even more meaningful was how it happened. Millions of people chose to support her not because of image or marketing, but because they believed in her talent. For Susan, the album marked the beginning of a real career in music, one built on authenticity rather than trends, staying true to home and identity. Even as her fame grew, Susan chose to remain in the place where her story began. She continued living in her home in Blackburn, close to the church and community that had supported her for decades. While many celebrities moved to large cities or luxury homes, Susan felt most comfortable surrounded by familiar streets and neighbors. Her house was gradually renovated, but its location never changed. The decision surprised many people, yet it reflected her personality perfectly. Home represented stability and peace in a life that had become busy with travel and public attention. She also valued quiet routines that helped maintain balance. By returning regularly to Blackburn, Susan stayed connected to the environment that shaped her character and music. Lessons from a remarkable journey. Today, the story of Susan Boyle continues to inspire people around the world. Her journey reminds us that success does not always follow a predictable timeline. Sometimes talent waits quietly for years before the right moment arrives. Her life also challenges the idea that opportunity belongs only to those who fit certain expectations. Susan succeeded because she remained genuine and refused to abandon what made her unique. Through every performance and every album, she has shown that perseverance and authenticity can open doors that once seemed impossible. Her voice, discovered by millions in a single unforgettable audition, continues to carry the same honesty that first moved audiences. More than anything, her story encourages people everywhere to believe that their own moment, no matter how delayed, can still arrive.